important 4 marks question. Let's discuss చేసిన తర్వాత exercise problems. Fifth problem, exercise lo example lo fifth problem. Determine the locus of z where z is not equal to 2i such that real part of z minus 4 by z minus 2i is equals to 0. అంటే లోకస్ z అనే కాంప్లెక్స్ నెంబర్ యొక్క లోకస్ మనం ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలి. సో మనము ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్ లో సెకండ్ పేపర్ లో లోకస్ యూనిట్ చదువుకున్నాం కదా. సో అక్కడ ఏ విధంగా అయితే మనం లోకస్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేసేవాళ్ళము ఇచ్చిన కండిషన్స్ యూజ్ చేసుకొని, సేమ్ వేలో ఇక్కడ కాంప్లెక్స్ నెంబర్స్ లో కూడా లోకస్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేస్తాం. అడిగిన కాంప్లెక్స్ నెంబర్ ఈ ఎక్సర్సైజ్ ఒక క్వశ్చన్ ఉంది. నెక్స్ట్ ఎక్సర్సైజ్ లో మనకి నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ క్వశ్చన్స్ దీని మీద లోకస్ మీద వస్తాయి. సో ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 5 మనం ఏమనుకుంటామంటే లెట్ హియర్ z he asked to find the locus of z but he hasn't discussed or else given what is z. So what we take as z is equals to x plus I. We take z as x plus iy and the real part of z minus 4 by z minus 2i is equals to 0. So first of all we need to find what is the real part of z minus 4 by z minus 2i, and also given that z is not equals to 2i. So we consider z minus 4 by z minus 2i. So in place of z we substitute x plus iy. So x plus iy minus 4 divided by x plus iy minus 2i. Now if we separate the numerator and denominator as real part and imaginary part, so we get as numerator as x minus 4 plus iy divided by x plus I into y minus 2. So in previous class we discussed that whenever we find a complex number in the denominator of a fraction, we multiply the fraction, both numerator and denominator, with the complex conjugate of the denominator, which is x minus I into y minus 2 by x minus I into y minus 2. So if we multiply the numerator, I'm going to skip 1 or 2 steps. The simplification, I think you understand. So if I multiply with x into x minus 4 plus x into iy, with x I have multiplied both the terms. Now with minus I into y minus 2, minus into plus minus x into I y minus 2, plus into minus minus I into I square y into y minus 2. The numerator part we have multiplied. Now the denominator, in earlier class we discussed that the multiple means product of the conjugates of the complex number would be a square minus b square form, that is x square minus I square y minus 2 whole square. If I simplify this, if I remove the braces, you get multiply x into x square minus x into 4 minus 4x plus iyx minus x into y minus ixy minus into minus plus 2xi. I square is minus 1, so we get plus y into y square plus into minus 2y divided by x square plus I square is minus 1, so minus into minus 1 you get plus, so y minus 2. Now in denominator, Emma,
break out, sir.
మా వాయిస్ బ్రేక్ అవుతుందంటే నెట్వర్క్ ఇష్యూస్ ఉండొచ్చమ్మా, దయచేసి వినండి, ట్రై చేయండి, లేకపోతే నెట్వర్క్ బాగున్న చోటుకి వెళ్ళి కూర్చోండి అమ్మా.
క్లియర్ గా ఉందిలేండి, క్లియర్ గా ఉంది సార్.
ఓకే సార్. సో ఇఫ్ ఐ సెపరేట్ ద రియల్ పార్ట్ టర్మ్స్ ఆఫ్ ద న్యూమరేటర్, we get x square plus y square minus 4x minus 2y. Here
సార్ వాయిస్ వినిపించట్లేదు సార్. సార్ వాయిస్ వినిపించట్లేదు.
Sir, your voice is not audible, sir.
Voice is not audible, sir.
ఇప్పుడు వినిపిస్తుందా? హలో హలో వినిపిస్తుందా? ఓకే ఓకే ఫైన్ ఫైన్ మ్యూట్ చేసుకోండి అందరూ మ్యూట్ చేసుకోండి. అందరూ మ్యూట్ చేసుకోండి. Now if you further simplify this, you get x square minus 4x plus iyx. You multiply with minus iyx plus 4iy plus 2ix minus 8i plus y square minus 2y divided by x square plus y minus 2 whole square. So after multiplying the conjugate of the denominator, we arrive to this. Now we separate the terms with I without I, imaginary part as well as real part. So z minus 4 by z minus 2i is equal to z minus 4 by z minus 2i is equal to x square plus y square minus 4x minus 2y, x square plus y square minus 4x minus 2y. Here iyx get cancelled, and in these three terms we take I as common in plus I into 4y plus 2x minus 8 divided by x square plus y minus 2. X square plus y minus 2 whole. Now, if you observe properly, in the problem, it is given that real part of x minus 4 divided by, z minus 4 divided by z minus 2i is equals to 0. So, for equating to 0, that real part, we should write down what is real part. So, real part of z minus 4 by z minus 2i is equals to, so this is the real part, the first part, this one. So x square plus y square minus 4x minus 2y divided by x square plus y minus 2 whole square is the real part. The imaginary part, we don't need to do anything with that. So given that real part of z minus 4 by z minus 2i is equals to 0. So z minus 4 by z minus 2i, the real part of this is this. So ultimately x square plus y square minus x minus 2y by x square plus y minus 2 whole square has to be 0, because that is the real part of z minus 4 by z minus 2. Now, if a fraction is becoming 0, the fraction is becoming 0, if denominator becomes 0, then it will lead to infinity, means you cannot define that. So obviously, if a fraction is getting 0, numerator has to be 0. So which implies x square plus y square minus 4x minus 2y is equals to 0, because denominator cannot be 0. So this is the equation we arrive to when we use the given condition. If you observe closely, this is the equation of the circle. I think you are familiar with circles now, because 2 below the root only. So this is the equation of the circle with center 2, 1. With center 2, 1. We don't know the radius. So above equation is represents a circle with center 2, 1. See, for finding locus, if you know this center, that is not enough. We should know the radius also. What is the radius of that circle which Z is satisfying the given condition? So we find the radius. Radius is equals to G square plus F square minus C, which is 2 square plus 1 square minus 0, which is square root 5. So it is very clear that the locus of Z is a equation of circle or else circle with center 2, 1 and square root 5. One more condition given as Z cannot be 2i. Z cannot be 2i means also given that Z cannot be 2i, which implies Z cannot be convert this x plus iy form into the coordinate form. We get as, since here the real part is missing, we get as 0 and 2. So Z cannot be 2i means Z cannot be 0, 2. So I think I am clear till now. So please take a screenshot. I think everybody took screenshot. So we will go further. So if I combine all these conditions, locus of complex number Z is circle x square plus y square minus 4x minus 2y is equals to 0 with center 2, 1 having radius root 5 units and Z excluding the point 0, 2 because Z cannot be 2i, which is this. So this point cannot be on that locus. So this is the locus of that complex number Z. I think I am clear. So please take a screenshot. We will go to the exercise problems. So in last class we have discussed second Roman first problem, 3 bits, and we will go to the second problem. Page number 50, second Roman, second problem, first bit, and the second bit is also similar to the first problem. So please listen carefully, observe, so that you can solve yourself the second one. I'll write down the problem, so you could do after the class by yourself. Given that if Z is equals to 3 minus 5y, Z is equals to 3 minus 5y, then show that Z cube minus 10Z square plus 58Z minus 136 is equals to 0. A complex number Z is given and a condition is given to be proved. So by using the Z, we will substitute the Z value in LHS and will prove that is equals to 0, which is RHS. So given Z is equals to 3 minus 5i. Here we need to compute Z cube and Z square. So first we compute those and we will substitute in LHS. Before going to that, you should know the formula a minus b whole cube. I hope everybody knows it. So I will write a cube minus 3a square b plus 3ab square minus b cube. This is the formula we are going to use. Z cube is equals to 3 minus 5i whole cube. So according to this formula, if you substitute 3 cube minus 3 into 3 square into 5i plus 3 into 3 into 5i whole square minus 5i whole cube minus 5i whole cube. Now 3 cube we know that is 27 minus here 9, 9 5. 9 5 is 45, 45 3 is 135 I plus this is 9 into minus 25 because 5 square is 25 and I square is minus 1. So I will have directly written it here. This is minus 125i because I cube is, you can write as I square into I square is minus 1. So minus 125, 5 cube is 125i. So 27 minus 135i minus into plus 25 9 is 225 minus into minus plus 125i. We further simplify plus into minus. Now 225 minus 27 you get 195. Since 225 is larger, so minus. So here 135 minus 125 is minus 10. This is Z cube. Similarly, you should find Z square, which is 3 minus 5i whole square is 9 minus 3 2s are 15, sorry, 3 5s are 15, 15 2s are 30i. 5i square is plus 20, sorry, minus 20. I square is minus, so actually we get plus b square, but I square is minus I 5 square is 20. Here we get as 25 minus 9. 25 minus 9, what do we get? Minus 16 minus 30. I think I'm clear till here. So we complete because Z cube and Z square we need to substitute. So we found, means if you substitute directly also you can find, but it will be a bit lengthy. So we computed for Z cube and Z square. Now we consider LHS, which is Z cube minus 10Z square plus 58Z 136. This is the LHS given. We need to prove that this LHS is equals to 0. LHS is equals to 0. So we found the value of Z cube. So which is equals to Z cube, we found it as minus 198 minus 10i minus 10 into minus 16 minus 30i and plus 58 into Z is 3 minus 5i minus 136. We have substituted Z cube value, Z square value, Z value in LHS. Now we will simplify. Minus 198 minus 10i minus into plus, sorry, minus into minus plus 10 16 160 minus into minus plus 300i plus into plus 58 3 24 174 plus into minus minus 40 290 I minus Now, here one minus is there, here one minus is there. Number, so 198 minus 130. Again, plus 160 plus 174. Here, minus 100, minus 10i minus 10i minus 290i plus 300i. I have written numbers the first and next. So if I add these two, I get minus 334 plus, here also I get plus 334. If I add these two, minus 300i I get, and plus 300, plus 300i, minus 300i, minus 334 plus 334 gets cancelled, we get 0, which is R. Which is R. So this is how we need to solve when Z is given and a condition is given to show. And the second bit is very similar. I just write down the problem. So after the class, you could do yourself. If Z is equals to 2 minus I root 7, here we are getting an irrational number. So while simplifying for finding Z cube and Z square, you need to be a bit careful. 2 minus I root 7, then show that three Z cube minus 4Z square plus Z plus 88 is equals to, this is the problem you have to solve. So first Z is given, we computed Z cube and we computed Z square. Z cube, Z square values we have substituted in LHS. We simplified and arrived to RHS. That's it. So please take a screenshot. We'll go to the next problem. Third bit is show that 2 minus I divided by 1 minus 2i whole square and minus 2 minus 11i divided by 24 are conjugate to each other. Two complex numbers are given. We need to show that first number is conjugate to second one and vice versa. Second one is conjugate to the first number. We consider the first Z1. We take it as the first one as Z1 and second one is Z2. We simplify the first complex number and we arrive to a result, and we show that that arrived result is a complex conjugate of the Z. The similar problem is there in example. So after finishing this, I'll write down that problem. You have to solve it. Let Z1 is equals to 2 minus I divided by 1 minus 2i whole square, and Z2 is equals to minus 2 minus 11i by 25. These two are the complex numbers given and asked us to show that this number is conjugate to this number is conjugate to this, Z1 is conjugate to Z2, Z2 is conjugate to Z. Now we consider Z1, which is 2 minus I divided by 1 minus 2i whole square. In the denominator, if you first look into the denominator, you have a square, you simplify it and you get a complex number. We multiply fraction with conjugate of the denominator, which is 2 minus I by a minus b whole square, a square minus 2 into 1 into 2i plus 2i square which is 2 minus I divided by 1 minus 4I minus 4, because I square is minus 1, 2 square is 4, so we get minus 4, which is 2 minus I divided by 2 minus I divided by minus 3 minus 4. So after squaring, the denominator became minus 3 minus 4I. Now you have to multiply this fraction with complex conjugate of this denominator, which is 2 minus I divided by minus 3 minus 4I into minus 3 plus 4I divided by minus 3 plus. Excuse me. Now, 2 into minus 3 plus 2 into 4I minus into minus plus I into 3 minus into plus minus 4I square divided by minus 3 whole square minus 4I whole square, a plus b into a minus b whole square. Now, if you further simplify this numerator, 2 into minus 3 is minus 6, to 4, 8I plus 3I. I square is minus 1, so minus 1 into minus plus 1 into 4 is plus 4, 5. Minus 3 square is 9 plus 16, which is equals to minus 6 plus 4 minus 2 plus 11I by 25. So we simplified the given Z1, arrived to this. If you closely observe the simplified Z1 and the given Z2, denominators are same and the numerator, first term is same, second term is same, but the sign of the second term is different, means the complex part of the number we arrived is different than Z2. That means Z1 is complex conjugate of Z2 as well as Z2 is a complex conjugate of Z1. Clearly, Z1 and Z2 are complex conjugates to each other. The example problem I'm going to write down, which is very similar to this. I think it is same as this. Yes. So no different. So page number 13. Second example. Show that Z1 is equal to 2 plus 11I by 25 and Z2 is equal to minus 2 plus I divided by 1 minus 2I whole square are conjugates to each other. See, both look same, but they are not same, they are similar. That's it. If you observe clearly, 2 plus 11I by 24 here, minus 2 minus 11I. Minus 2 is there, so that is different. And if you see the first one, minus 2 plus I, the example problem here, 2 minus I. So both the problems are different. So if you understand the exercise problem, you can solve the example problem. So take a screenshot, we will go to the next problem. Third problem, first bit. If x minus iy whole power 1 by 3 is equals to a minus ib, then show that x by a plus y by b is equals to 4 into a square minus b square. So what is given is, given that x minus iy whole power 1 by 3 is equals to a minus ib. See, if you need to show that x by a plus y by b is equal to 4 into a square plus b square, first of all, we should find out what is x and what is y. If you find out that x and y, then it would be easy to show that result. So to find that, first we cube the given condition on both sides. So cubing on both sides, you get x minus iy is equals to a minus ib whole cube. The left hand part, it's okay with you. Means we don't need to do anything. Right hand part, a minus b whole cube. A cube minus 3a square into b is ib. 3a into ib square minus ib whole cube, which is a cube minus 3ia square b. Here I square you get, I square is minus 1, so it is minus 3ab square. Here also I square you get, I square is minus 1 into minus plus ib cube. ib cube. We have two terms, two imaginary terms, two real terms. So we write together a cube minus 3ab square is the real part. If I take minus common, minus I, 3a square b minus, which is x minus iy, we arrive to this point. Now, if you compare the real and imaginary parts on both sides,
సార్ క్లారిటీ కనిపించలేదు సార్.
కనిపించట్లేదా? సిగ్నల్ ఉండే చాలు కూర్చో బాబు, కనిపిస్తే సిగ్నల్ చూడు, చెక్ చేసుకో ఒకసారి సిగ్నల్. Compare and equate real and imaginary parts on both sides. We get x is equals to a cube minus 3ab square and y is equals to ba square b minus b cube. Because here minus is there, the right hand side is also minus is there, so we don't need to consider this side. If you consider the value on both sides and equate, then that would be good. If you observe this x value, you have a common. If you look here in y value, b is common. So x is equals to a into a square minus 3b square, and y is equals to, if I take out b as common, you get 3a square minus b square, or 3a square. Now, here a is getting multiplied with the other terms. If I transport to left hand side, you get x minus a is equals to a square minus 3b square. Similarly, if we transport b to left hand side, y minus b is equals to 3a square minus b. Let this as equation 1 and this as equation 2. Now add equation 1 and equation 2, you get as x by a. See, while we are adding two equations, LHS parts of both the equations has to be added, and RHS parts of the both the equations has to be added. X by a plus y by b is equals to a square minus 3b square plus 3a square minus b, which is a square plus 3a square is 4a square minus 4b square, which is, if I take 4 as common, 4 into a square minus b square. So x by a plus y by b is equals to, this is what asks us to show. So x minus iy whole to the power of 1 by 3 is equals to a minus ib is the given condition. So by using that condition, we found out the values of x by a and y by b. Then we added those values. We arrived to the asked result. So please take a screenshot. We will do the second bit of in third problem. Second bit in third problem. Write a plus ib by a minus ib whole square minus a minus ib by a plus ib whole square in the form of x plus iy. I think you can do yourself this problem if you try, because these type of problems Ramesh sir has discussed in first Roman first bit. First Roman first column, the very similar problems are there, so you can solve yourself. I just write down the problem for you, so you can solve at home. So second problem is homework, right? A plus ib by a minus ib whole square minus a minus ib a plus ib whole square in the form of x plus iy. This similar type of problems we have solved in first Roman first problem. So this problem is also very similar to those problems. Here you get calculations a bit more. First, don't expand square. You try to multiply the complex conjugate of this inside the square here also. Then you further simplify, you get the answer. So we'll move on to the third problem. If x and y are real numbers such that x and y are real numbers, and there is a condition given, by using that condition, we need to find the values of x and y. So the condition is given that 1 plus I into x minus 2i divided by 3 plus I plus 2 minus 3i into y plus I divided by 3 minus I is equals to I. This is the condition given, and also given that x, y are real numbers. We need to find out the values of x and y. So if you look into the given condition, the denominators of both the fractions containing I, is imaginary. So we multiply first fraction and second fraction with the complex conjugate of their respective denominators. That is 1 plus I x minus 2i divided by 3 plus I into 3 minus I by 3 minus I plus 2 minus 3y into y plus I divided by 3 minus I into 3 plus I by 3 plus I is equals to I. Now, if I multiply with 3, 1 plus I x into 3 minus 2I into 3 minus into plus minus 1 plus I x into I 3 plus I into 3 minus I is 3 square plus 1 plus here again 2 plus 3I in y into 3 plus I into 3 plus 2 minus 3i into y I plus I square divided by here also 9 plus 1 is equals to I. If I simplify this up, 3x into 1 3x plus I 3x now minus 6i minus into plus minus x into x xi minus into plus minus I square divided by I square, which is 9 plus 1 plus 2 into 3 6y plus 9y plus 3i yi into 2 I2y minus I square 3y minus 1 divided by 9 plus 1 is equal to. Again, here 1xi is there here plus 3xi's are there. So if you write 3x plus I2x because 1xi will be removed from this 3 minus 6i plus 1 divided by 10 plus 6y. Again here this becomes I11y plus 3i plus 3y by 10 is equal to. To further simplify, both are having same denominator which are like terms, so we can combinedly write them 3x plus I2x minus 6i plus 1 plus 6y plus I11y plus 3i plus 3y is equals to I. You can send this 10 to that side. If you separate the I terms and non-I terms, 3x plus 6y, 3x plus 6y, 6y plus 3y, 9y, here we get x 4x plus 9y, 3x plus x is 4x, and 6y plus 3y is 9y. Give me a moment. Yeah, this is so y minus in is minus 1 plus if I take I common minus 6 plus 11 y plus 3 equals to 10. I transported 10 to that side. Give me a moment. So we made a mistake here. So wait. We forgot to multiply with I, 2i into I. So 1 plus I into x into 3 plus minus 2i into 3 with minus 1 plus I into xi minus into minus plus 2i square divided by 9 plus 1 plus 2 minus 3i into y into 3 plus I into 3 plus 2 minus 3i into y into I plus I square divided by 9 plus 1 equals to I. Now 3x plus 3i, I 3x minus 6i minus xi minus xi square. I square is minus 1, so minus 2 divided by 10 plus 6y minus 9yi plus I3 or 3i plus 2yi minus 3yi square minus 1 divided by 10 is equal to I. Now 3i here plus I 2x minus 6i plus x minus 2 divided by 10 plus 6y minus 7iy plus I3 plus 3y minus 1 equals to I. Now 3x plus x is 4x. Now 6y plus 3y is 9y and minus 2 minus 1 is minus 3. If I take out I common in the remaining terms, I into 2x minus 6 minus I 7y plus 3 is equals to 10i. Now 4x plus 9y minus 3 plus I into 2x minus 7y minus 3 minus 3 is equals to 10i. Now if we compare again real term and the imaginary term parts on both sides, 4x plus 9y minus 3 equals to 0 and 2x minus 7y minus 3 equals to 10. Let this be equation 1, this be equation 2. So we further simplify the equation 2, we get as 2x minus 7y minus 13 equals to 0. This is the equation 2. This is from real parts if you equal, imaginary parts if you equal, you get this. So equation 1 minus 2 into equation 2. So 4x plus 9y minus 3 equals to 0. 4x minus 11y minus 26 is equals to 0. If we subtract, sign gets changed. Minus 4x plus 4x gets cancelled. Here you get 14. 23y minus 23 plus 23 equals to 0. 23y is equals to minus 23. Y is equals to minus 1. Substitute y is equals to minus 1 in equation 1. We get as 4x plus 9 into minus 1 minus 3 equals to 0. 4x minus 9 minus 3 equals to 0. 4x is equals to 12. X is equals to, so x is equals to 3 and y is equals to minus 1. These are the values of x and y, right, using the given. Please take a screenshot. So we'll move on to the next problem.
సార్ ఫోర్ సార్ ముని సార్
Sir,
అయిపోయింది సార్
sir, sir. So I think it's time. So we'll wind out the class. So whatever the given 3 questions I have given for homework, so please do. And if you have any doubts, you can consult your class teacher. I mean math teacher of your class. So thank you. Okay, sir. Balaji, sir.
థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్
Sir.
ఓకే